I found it really cool how they showed Zeph in the cover page and the rest of the cooks in Barbarian. I mean, it's been a long fucking while since we've seen the cooks of Barbarian. I think we haven't seen them since the reveals of the bounty after the Water 7 arc. So it was pretty cool seeing the old man, right? Now, onto this chapter. Okay, you guys know how I feel about Jack. I mean, no love lost. Like, I don't hate the guy, but I don't love him after the reveal of the mammoth. But his human form is, I'm really digging it. I'm really fucking, the nigga is huge. He's a tower. Yeah, he's a tower. And obviously 2 weeks ago, the last chapter that we've seen, we found out that Jack was a 1 billion berry bounty. Like, I'm thinking, nigga, what the fuck? But you all know that power level isn't all there is to a bounty. I mean, Usopp has a power, a fucking bounty of 200 million, and we all know Usopp is a scrub. Yeah, no, don't deny it. He's a fucking scrub. End of. Now, obviously, you look at Kid, and Kid has always been the guy who has had a higher bounty than Luffy in the supernovas, right? And obviously, I'm not gonna doubt his power because, you know, niggas Magneto, and everyone who watches X-Men knows you just don't fuck with Magneto. So I know he's probably a threat. Now, obviously, the woman back in Sabaldi, I hate that name, Sabaldi. I never say it. I always sound like a retard when I say it, right? But yeah, the Bubbles Island is what I'm gonna call it. Yeah, One Piece for dummies. The Bubbles Island, right? The woman there that was with Rayleigh was saying that he kind of has a knack for torturing people, and that's probably why his bounty is just a bit higher than Luffy's. Now, obviously, we can see the same type of shit from Jack. It's bad enough that he's the right-hand man of a Yonko. That pretty much puts you above a certain level of threat. So your bounty is bound to be high. Now, take into consideration his characteristics and how he's actually portrayed. He's portrayed as a sadistic fuck who likes to torture people, just as this chapter showed. I mean, clearly everyone on Zou has no idea where Rizzo is, or even who the fuck Rizzo even is, because if they did, there would be no reason why they will hide him. I'm pretty sure, based on first impressions, these people do not like samurai. They don't like people from Wano, so there's no point of them risking their lives, right, for some piece of shit that they don't even like. Let's be honest. And I'm pretty sure Jack himself knows this. Yeah, he knows this, but he still continues to torture them just because for the banks. I'm pretty sure it's for the banks now that he's torturing them, literally, because I'm pretty sure he knows that they don't know anything. But, you know, the start of the battle has already enticed him. He enjoys to hear your screams of torture. So he says, fuck it, I'ma continue anyway. Yeah, and that's my type of nigga. Like, normally, like, my two favorite characters in One Piece, right? Crocodile, number one, who we still haven't seen on the cover page. I'm still pissed off, but I'ma let it slide. And second, Kid. Why? They do not give a fuck attitudes. I love niggas with an I don't care attitude. Yeah, because it just seems they're just the best of characters for me. Like, they just don't give a fuck. They don't care about what's gonna happen next. They just do and move on. That's what I like. Yeah. So this guy will normally be on that hate list. He'll probably be top just because he takes it to a whole new level. But it's just because of the mammoth fruit. I can't get over the mammoth fruit. It just does not do him justice as Jack the fucking Barbarian. And mammoth, I'm like, nah. I mean, he has the Zozo no Mi. I mean, this is probably all this idea of a shitty joke. I mean, Japanese people just ain't funny. He named it Zozo no Mi and named the island. Oh, ha ha ha. No, it's not fucking funny. It's really not funny. But anyway, Jack right now is starting to impress me, right? He's starting to impress me. Like, his do not give a fuck attitude is enough to be on my good books. Yeah, his human form is huge. Yeah. Kaido and Jack right now are fucking huge. Now I'm guessing since Jack is a barbarian, Kaido is probably a barbarian as well, because when we were first introduced to Kaido, when he dropped on top of Kid's base, and no, he's not fucking them up, he's not anally raping them, they're not fighting, for fuck's sake. I'm tired of seeing that shit. Oh, Kid's not been alive, and Kid's not alive, he just got, but shut the fuck up. They're not fighting, they're never going to fight, relax, they're not fighting. Yeah, move on. Yeah, but when we got, both of them had horns, right? They both have the horns, and Jack's been revealed today to be a barbarian. So I'm guessing Kaido is a barbarian as well. And I'm guessing that Jack and Kaido have known each other for a very long time, seeing as he is the right hand man of Kaido, and I'm guessing that they were both part of a barbarian tribe in the past before they took off. That's just, it's not a shitty theory, it's just a guess, which is pretty much how a shitty theory is, guessing. But you know, I'm guessing with I don't know, you can't say facts because not fact, but fuck it, moving on. Now, you know, this chapter here, right, turns out that the minks were actually holding up their own. This fight actually went on for 5 days and 5 nights. But what you gotta take into consideration, right? Because the Duke was saying that, yeah, the only person we could not tame, we could not take down, was Jack himself, right? That means Jack is a monster. Because as we saw 2 weeks ago, these two, yeah, the cat and dog, literally, the cat and dog, I don't really care enough about them to know their name. So I'm just gonna call him cat and dog. This is how Bartolomeo was before in Just Also. I just used to call him green hair guy because I didn't care about him. But when the story progressed and I start to develop some attachments to the character, I will be bothered to learn their names. So for now, I'm gonna call them cat and dog. So you've been told. Yeah, when I mention cat and dog, I'm talking about these two niggas. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, they were actually giving Jack a bit of, no, I'm not gonna say they were giving him the beans, but they were holding him off pretty fairly. I mean, the cat literally flipped him over. That's embarrassing. when you're a mammoth, the whole thing about you is your weight and your trunk. For someone to grab your trunk and flip you on your back, yeah, that's not a good look for a mammoth. But you know, let bygones be bygones and let's move on. The fact that these two could not take down Jack, and what you have to take into consideration, right, is that with the cat and dog, they don't like each other, right? So one of them sleeps through the day and one of them sleeps through the night. During that period of time, they are resting up and coming back. I wouldn't say 100% because, you know, after a big fight, you don't really get healed in one day, especially in One Piece time when it takes a fucking 2 weeks. Luffy sleeps for 2 weeks for him to be healed. So you don't really get healed in one 24-hour, not even 24 hours, but a couple of months. What the fuck am I talking about? Couple of hours of sleep. You don't really get healed, but at the end of the day, you're gonna be in a better percentage of health or strength than Jack, because Jack is just going on 5 days in a row. So you have to take that into consideration when you're trying to like judge Jack in strength wise. Now I'm obviously interested to see why he actually came out of his mammoth form into human form to fight these two guys who are obviously of a higher caliber to the rest of the minks. Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. Jack's doing what he likes. Yeah, he does what he likes and he don't give a fuck. Nigga, Jack's a tower. Jack's an like raw. I thought that there would be no hype to Jack for no more, but as soon as I saw his humor, but I'm like, nigga, like you're like, whoa. Now the thing here that you have to take into consideration, right, yeah, is the fact that Jack is this much of a beast. Yeah, I'm going back on my word because I'm always like he's a scrub. In mammoth form, I'll always call him a scrub because he hasn't done anything in mammoth form for me to say otherwise. But in human form, he seems to have a great durability, which I can fuck with. Yeah, I like a guy who could do it, who can go long rounds. Yeah, no, that just sounds so fucking gay. In terms of fighting, I like a guy. Yeah, in terms of fighting, I like a guy who can go for a long time. Yeah, and that's Jack right now. That's Jack. But mama from I'm like nah. But we have to understand that he's a monster, right? But he's only Kaido's bitch. Kaido's errand boy, as Luffy said, errand boy. I'm like, nah, nigga. Like, yo, you have to take that consideration. There's niggas out there, oh, making some shitty theories. I think Luffy can actually stand toe to toe with Kaido. I'm like, nigga, delete your YouTube channel right now. Like, you're just that fucking retarded. That standing toe to toe with you, get full or not, you're getting wrecked. You're getting wrecked, especially if you can't control get full continuously. You're therefore getting wrecked instantly. Not ready. You're just not ready. Like, yeah, you're just not ready. Right. And what I want to talk about right now is my disappointment. How convenient it was. Yeah. How convenient it was that Sanji arrived on the island the day after Jack left. Now, obviously, we found out this chapter exactly why the mates consider the Straw Hats to be their saviors, and that's because if it wasn't for Luffy defeating Don Flamingo, Jack wouldn't have left to go and save him, which would have caused more days of torturing, because it doesn't seem like Jack was actually I don't think he's actually able to stop anytime soon. I think he was going for days. He just doesn't care. He just does not care. I love that attitude, but him in general, I'm 50-50 about, you know, mama form, human form, yeah, that's the shit. But anyway, I find it a bit convenient that Sanji arrived. I'm saying Sanji because the rest of the crew are super irrelevant to me. I don't care about them. Super irrelevant, yeah. But the reason why I think that Oda did is because if Sanji was to go toe-to-toe with Jack, right, it would just add to the disappointment to the Sanji fans, because as we know, Sanji has been a big disappointment in the New World. Nobody can argue that Sanji has not been the most impressive. In fact, Sanji has been the punching bag of the New World, right? He has been the guy who, when you want to hype a character up, he puts him against Sanji, right? And lets Sanji take a bit of damage, so they can be like, oh shit, it happened in Punk Hazard with Virgo, it happened on Dressrosa with Don Flamingo. As soon as someone beats Sanji, or not beats him, but does a significant amount of damage to him, right? You can pretty much put weight on that specific person and be like, yeah, that guy's probably the shit, because Sanji's amongst the top 3. Whether we want to put him above or below Zoro, he's amongst the top 3 regardless. So if one of the top 3 people are taking damage, then you can kind of gist where their power levels are at, right? And Sanji's been the guy who's been taking a rap continuously. He's never had his time to shine. Now, obviously, that's probably going to change soon when we find out what his plan actually is, because, you know, we still don't know what the fuck he's up to, which is still kind of jarring. But it is what it is. Oda's show, he's going to go at his own pace. Doesn't matter how much I bitch, he's going to go at his own pace. Now, the thing here is, near the end, right, the thing that that caught me off guard right now is when one of the scrubs, when Sanji and that arrived to where Cat and Dog was, and they saw them being literally crucified, right? A severed leg, yeah, a severed leg of Dog and a severed arm of Cat, yeah. Jack is not fucking around. Literally, it's been a while in One Piece, right, since I've seen this type of torture. I don't even think it's happened in a while. I don't think has it even happened in general. I mean, Dressrosa, like, it happened a bit, but not like this. I mean, adamants are really getting torn off nowadays. Oda's taking the dark route ever since he cut off Law's arm. Like, he's really hyped. He's really getting excited with this whole, oh yes, I'm a cut off body parts, yes. You know, then Japanese niggas are probably eat that. Probably eat that arm, fam. You know what? It is Cat and Dog. But you know what? Yeah, I'm kidding. Fucking. Anywho, yeah. I mean, don't worry. Well, let me get back to the topic I had. The guy was like, I mean, these two of all people, right? The world is waiting of them. Like, these two people of all people should not be able to die. I'm thinking like, yo, what's going on there? Because you just know that when Oda says something like this, it has a big meaning. What significance can these two actually have to the world? He said the world is waiting for them. The world's a big place, especially in One Piece. The world is a big fucking place. If the world is awaiting these two, what exactly is it that the world is actually waiting for? Now, obviously, we're gonna come across that later on, because you know how Oda likes to keep the readers wanting. Yeah, he just loves to keep you on your toes, but never. And when you think he's gonna dive into something, he moves on to something else that's equally as hype as the one thing you wanted before. Yeah, which keeps you wanting, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, I remember that, and then yeah, that's how Oda operates. But the thing is, what you have to take from here is that Jack is a sick fuck. That's what this chapter literally showcased. Jack is a sadistic fuck. I mean, Don Flamingo I put Don Flamingo as a prick. Jack makes him look like a baby. Yeah, he's just torturing people for no fucking reason. Literally no reason. They haven't even wronged him in any way. Don Flamingo does it to people who has wronged him, right? Who has wronged him. Jack does it because he feels like it. And that's my type of nigga. If he could stay in the human form and have some nice hacky, if the hybrid is real and he looks cool, I will fuck with Jack. If it's not cool, just ruined it. Like, why a mammoth? Like, honestly, like, like, nah, nigga, nah. But this chapter, I fucking enjoyed it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I mean, this chapter brought back a bit of hype for Jack with me. You know, his human form is gassing me right now. Yeah, if he turns back into a mammoth, automatic zero. Yeah, just no, just no, just stop it. But his human form is really getting me hype. Let me know, because I know a lot of people weren't fucking with Jack when they found out about the mammoth. But let me know if after his human reveal, are you feeling him again? Because I'm kind of feeling him. I'm not over the moon, but I'm feeling him again. But yeah, that's my take on this chapter. So yeah, can't wait to see what happens next week. Yeah, hopefully the cover chapter is about my boy Croco. If not, I'm a rage. But yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, chapter's calm. So catch you guys later. Peace.